Hi everyone. So I have my camera loose because there's so many pictures and right now for choosing, guys, okay? So you see 7 piles in front of you. And we start here. This is pile 1. This is hard. Okay. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, pile 5, pile 6 and pile 7. Okay, guys? And those of you who have the season greetings, they know probably who the bias is, because the big picture is your bias. And you just voted in Twitter that you want to guess your bias. So please choose from your intuition. And the question we're going to answer today is, why am I so much drawn to my bias? What is the reason from the universe behind that, okay? So choose one of the 7 piles and we look into its energy. Okay, guys? Okay, see you at the piles. So hi guys, for everyone who chose pile 1, welcome to your reading. How do you like my silent reading? That was cool, right? You should watch that. It's good for the intuition to school that or to work on the intuition, because this is actually a reading for readers or for people who know tarot. But my BTS deck, it's very self-explanatory because I use pictures that really explain the meaning of the tarot card. So you could try it, I just wanted to put it there because I know that some of us were asking for that because you said sometimes you don't wish to hear my interpretation or my knowledge of the cards and you want to use yours. So that's fine with me, I'm up for things like that. And but you see also, guys, that tarot reading is also part of like your personality shines. It's just not, you cannot, like, you know what I mean? It's not like that's why different people apply to different tarot readers, because we're not all the same. Some people like how I read tarot, others people don't like it, and some people resonate, others don't. So that has something to do also with the soul groups. If you are in my soul group, then you resonate with my readings, and then because those are all general readings, and it's cool if you resonate. It's really cool because this doesn't happen all the time, guys. So if you resonate a lot with my piles, you're like in my soul group, and then you really get along with my like how I read, and I like that. I really, you feel how enthusiastic I am always about the readings. I live those readings. Those are messages for me from the universe, so it's really important for me. So let's see, I put that away, that picture, because I wanna, or should we reveal the bias first? Yeah, I think I reveal the bias. Okay, so first one up is Gemini, because otherwise it wouldn't make any sense, because then now if Gemini is not your bias, you can go to another pile, or but you must have drawn Gemini, if you guessed now, you must have drawn him for a special reason. So maybe you should learn a lesson what Gemini is teaching. It doesn't have to be your bias. So I asked the universe, what is the reason why you are drawn to him, And we have the Angel of Meditation, and isn't that card beautiful? Oh my gosh, I love those cards. This is so beautiful. So I want to show you the cards first, and I want to do the reading after that. Like, I want to first look at, show you the cards. So we have the Angel of Meditation. Wow, look at this. We have the door to the infinite. We have love and accept yourself. Thank you, angels, for lovingly guiding me to self-acceptance. Beautiful. Ooh. We have tolerance. You appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. That's like Jiminy's teaching lesson, right? That's so Jiminy. That's so Jiminy. And we have the tarot. We have moving on. We have harmony. Wow, 6-6. Look at this. And 4, foundation and achievements. Wow. So hi everyone. So we're getting cozy with Jiminy. I changed up the pictures a little bit, you know. Want to start the reading now. And look at this beautiful cards. Can't really see this one, right? Now you can. Yay! I have to try how, because of the lighting, how it works. Yeah, this is how it works. Very beautiful. So, why you feel the strong connection to Gemini, the strong drawing, the strong pull, the strong soul connections, you know. We're all in this Bangtan loop for life, probably. And when you watch my channel, you're probably all very happy that the boys found you, you know, and you very cherish this soul bond you have. As I said before, I strongly believe that we all share soul bonds with the boys, that we meet each lifetime and we work on different tasks. But before we can work together on different tasks, we have to build ourselves up, you know, we have to heal ourselves. The boys the same as we, and we like use each other. That's what I believe, the boys, and you know, the boys use us to heal and we use the boys to heal. So it's a mutual connection, and this is more like a soul connection, because we cannot heal in 3D with the boys, you know, we cannot touch them, we cannot talk to them, but actually we do that, you know. So I always encourage you to believe in that. We talk to them via dreams. Maybe not all dreams, you know. Maybe not the, you know, like if you dream of the boys every day, this cannot be a soul dream, you know. That's just not possible. But every once in a while, when there are special messages the universe wants to give to us, they come in our dreams. You might experience daydreaming. You might see numbers related to the boys. You know, you might see messages in songs. They can be all different kinds of things, you know. And I strongly believe that this soul bond is something very special, and we should be proud of that, you know. All of us should be proud. Being army, having the soul bond, and we should use the best, you know, we should make the best of it. No matter what is the end result, you know. That's what I'm always saying. You don't know what kind of soul contract you have with each one of the boys, you know. There are soul contracts that go deeper. And, you know, some of us like me believe in that because we get signs, deep signs from the universe. Others wouldn't believe us, you know. And there are also those soul contracts that just exist because the boys want you to grow. And that's fine too, you know. That's fine too. So what I wanted to look at is, what is it that you need to learn? What is it you need to heal? What is your building up, okay, in order to go into your mission? I call it mission. It's just existing, you know. You can just exist, and you will see what kind of work you're doing later in life, where you are helping, what you're doing. And you can just help, when you watch the music and when you just heal yourself, just by being yourself and becoming the best self you can be. That's all the boys want. That's all what we want. That's all what we're here for. There's nothing, you don't have to become someone, you know what I'm saying? Every one of us, Purple Lights, is special. You don't have to be someone famous or so to fulfill your soul contract, You just be the best version of yourself. Be the best you can be. And I want to show you what the universe wants to tell you. Why they put Gemini in your life, okay? So what I see here, this is my like the card, what I'm seeing here is the Angel of Meditation. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Number 35. It's all about infinity. You need to learn to be calm and resting in yourself, like Gemini does, to be confident, to be proud of yourself, and to rest in yourself, because we have similar tasks. We are similar, as you said, as you've seen. We are similar to our biases. We have similar things we need to work on. And if you haven't watched my reading, why you are similar to your bias, please do that. You will find it in my list on YouTube. This video is still up there, so please look that up. So your task is to become the best version of yourself, to be calm. You remember how Gemini was at the beginning of his career? Always striving for more. Always looking for something, always wanting to be something else. Like he just wanted to run, he was running constantly for more success, for more. He was always thinking he gets better and better and better. It's like, like a perfectionist. And that's what you are. What the angels are saying is you have a similar soul task. You need to learn to become confident in who you are, because you are enough. And that's what Gemini learned, In this whole process, if you see him now and compare it to 2015, I mean, I wasn't in army, but if I watch the videos back, I can see this constantly chasing dream of him, And he has learned that. He's so confident in himself now, and so quiet, so calm. You know what I mean? So calm, so content, I would say. And this is what the universe wants you to be too. The angel of meditation. Be calm in yourself. Look at this. This is your task. Thank you, angels, for lovingly guiding me to self-acceptance. And that's what you share with Gemini, because he didn't know this too. You see how this angel has this big heart? You are so compassionate as Jimin is to other people. You love to comfort other people. Maybe you are like Jimin, you constantly want to please other people and love them and give them hugs, and you care for them, and we love that. We love that about Gemini, and we love that about you. But you need to also take care of yourself, and this is your big soul task. To come into harmony and union within yourself, especially. This is the soul card, the yin and yang combined. And this is not only finding the right people, like the person. This is also combining those two parts, the masculine and the feminine side inside of yourself. This feminine, accepting, caring, nurturing personality, and the masculine energy for the strive for yourself, for your goals, for your wishes, okay? This is what you need to harmonize in order to have a stable foundation. You need stability. You say here foundation and achievement. You see this house and the rainbow. That's all you want, probably. You all wish for a family later in life, a husband, to be a wife, to have children. And the universe saying, yes, you will get there, Everything is fine. There's this beautiful rainbow even over it. But first, before you get there, You need to balance those two energies out. This is very important. And here we have this moving on, moving to there, moving to this. This is what needs to happen. And we have a 6 here and we have a 6 here before we come to the 4. So this means moving into balance, moving into self-acceptance. Just moving on also from situations that don't serve you. Because I think you keep getting stuck in situations that don't serve you because you want to help the other person. You want to help them to better themselves. But actually you need to be calm in yourself, and you cannot help other people as long as you cannot help yourself, You need to balance out yourself first, and then you have the stable foundations. This little house, your own house, your stable house, your soul as a house that can help other people with your gift. One of your specialties, one of your big things, what you can do is you are very tolerant. You appreciate other points of views because you sense the love in everyone. That's Jimin's energy, and that's what you embody too. This is one of your gifts you have. But you need to have this tolerance also for yourself. Before you become this house for others, like Jiminy is now, and you see how more he's shining. Compare it to videos of 2015. If you watch the videos, he's chasing, he's not happy with himself, he's driving for more, even if we all say he has already reached. When you read comments under his videos in 2015, everyone is saying, Jiminy, you have everything. Jiminy, you embody everything. You already reached everything. But he didn't believe it, because you need to believe it yourself, You need to have this confidence in yourself. And that's what you need to learn. And that's what Jiminy learned. And here again, we have this a door to the infinite. And this is the number 20. Look at this. Number 8 and number 16. If I add up the numbers, we have the 6 again for balance here, and the 1. Balance yourself. The 1 and the 6. Balance out yourself. And then this is a 7 and this is a 8. If you balance out yourself, the infinite, this here, this meditation, this balance of yourself, the infinite is the number 8, will come into your life. And this is all you need. This is what the universe is saying. This is your soul task. This life. Your soul task is to balance out yourself. That's why you have this magnetic pull to Jiminy, because he did this already. He worked on this. You have almost the same energy as him. And that's why it's very important that you work on yourself, okay? Because if you are a young army, you cannot just learn this in 5 years, This is like a life task. And so if you know this now, you can begin to work on that, Move on from situations where you're not happy. Move into this harmony. Look at harmony, but inside of yourself, not outside. You can only find harmony outside of your own self when you are in harmony with yourself, okay? So start with that, Start with that now. And those soul tasks, they take a lot of time. They take sometimes a life to learn. But that's why you have this magnetic pull to Jiminy, because you embody the same energy as him. Look at him, how beautiful he managed this task. And I know he's always there for you. I know he loves you, If you miss him very much, close your eyes and then you can see him. And you can think of him maybe and meditate, The angel of meditation is also saying that he comes to you while you meditate. While you sit there and listen to BTS music. While you sit there and have him on your mind. And this helps you to calm down. And this helps you to go into your soul task. And to learn to balance out your own energy, okay? So that's all what I have for you, Army. I hope you liked this reading. Let's move on. Bye, guys. So, hi, everyone. If you chose pile 2, we will see who that is. And it's our Teangi. So you have a soul bond with Teangi, and I know that many of my mutuals have this. So I first want to arrange the cards, and then we want to look at the cards, what this says. What is it saying? Doesn't it look like him? This is crazy. This looks exactly like him. Yeah, I think this is beautiful. Okay, I just want to say something to the soul tasks, guys. I always say this at the beginning of this reading. I strongly feel that we all have shared the soul connection with the boys, you know? All of us have this love connection. All of us share the soul bond. Let me see if I can... Yeah, this is beautiful now. All of us share the soul bond. How far your soul connection goes, like how deep, this depends, you know? And some of us believe in that because we get signs from the universe. Some of you don't, some of you armies. But I can tell you that each one of you has a soul bond, you know? It can be just be simply for that you need to go into your soul task and the universe sends you his energy to activate you, you know? Yes, and I strongly believe that all of us meet each other every lifetime. We look for each other in every lifetime. And we have this mutual bond, Army and BTS, to help our souls grow. So, like the boys, you know, they always say they grow with us, you know. We heal them and they heal us. So it's a very mutual bond. But it's not a 3D bond because we cannot be together, we cannot talk to them, we cannot touch them. It's not a 3D relationship bond. This bond is something spiritual. And by talking so many people and by knowing my own soul journey with him, I've seen so many things happening, and it's crazy, guys, and it's wonderful. And I really believe that we are all connected, and especially you guys that are my purple lights that are here because of your soul bond to Teangi. And I'm very happy that you found my channel, you know. I'm very happy that we can grow together. I'm very happy you are here. And I want to tell you a little bit about what your soul task might be if you resonate, you know. I also said a lot of times that we are similar like our bias. And if you haven't checked out my reading, please do that. I have a reading where I talk about this, how you and your bias like are the same. We almost share the same energy. We have similar soul tasks, okay? So what I see here is Teangi is often linked to the heart chakra, which is the green. That's why he loves green. You know, his second favorite color after purple. Well, he invented that color, you know. But purple is also the connection to the universe, okay? So his favorite color and the color that looks very good on him is this green. And this green is, look at this. This green is radiating from him. This card looks like so much like him, doesn't it? I was stunned when the card came out. It's like his healing energy. Look at this. And that card represents the divine physician or Archangel Raphael. And it says, "Thank you, Raphael, for shining your divine light upon my healthy body." Yeah. I also think that through my connection with him, I think there's some kind of youth attached to this. So we must see how that turns out because, you know, um, that he heals youth. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but you must see it maybe for yourself. We will see. I don't think he ages much in the next 10, 20 years. We must see, but I think he's this divine physician. He's like this forever young personality. Forever beautiful, forever young. It's like, you look at this picture, it's like the same. So this might be the same for you. This might be applied for you, that you also have a very healthy, strong body. You have no problem with health. Like, you've been seldom to the hospital in your life. Those are signs, that you're like similar to his energy. We also have the angel of white light. And that's what I also feel when I see him, this strong white light radiating from his crown chakra. That's what we see here. And from his throat chakra. You see this here? This is his voice. His voice has even if he has this deep tone to his voice is healing. Like, he has this white light attached to him. This white light that heals people. And he is also a protector. When I feel his energy, I always feel this protection energy. And when protection energy comes up in my readings, it's always Big T. The one who protects, the one who shields. And you see that on V-Verse every day. We see that how he protects his army, how he protects his boys, Also, the Queen is a very earthly related nature. This means Taeyangi is an earth sign, but his whole energy, and this is what I see here too, his whole energy is very earthly. We see that as the tree, we see that as the divine physician, which talks about body. Body is also energy, earth energy. So it's his light, his divine lighting, and his soul task is very much connected to earthly matters. That means matters that are not in the higher realms, but here on earth. Like, I will talk about this when we get here to the cards. Yeah. And his energy is always this energy of protection. That's especially your heart protection. That's what I feel, and that's what you guys probably feel too. So I think a lot of you need protection in your life. So you are very different from other people. A lot of Taeyang stands, a lot of us are so different. Like, that's why he is different too, That's why we need this special protection, and that's what he's providing with his energy. You are very empathy people, empathetic people. You feel other people's energy. This is one of the one of the best characteristics you have. One of your soul tasks, because you feel the empathy of other people. You feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. Because you can feel that. For you, it's very good to do a task in your life where you can help others. When you see how those rainbow colors flow through this, it's like you're very tolerant of other people. You understand different kind of people. You're always helping. You're always of service. You want to protect others. That's what you have in common with him, because we are very similar to our biases. So what we see here is, here you see a progression from the 3 to the 5 to the 6. And you see at the end of your life, you will become material and spiritual prosperity. Look at this. This is a person looking over all they have accomplished. And this is similar to his energy, being very abundant giving and receiving, yeah? Giving and receiving to people. And you will learn that in your life. It's a constant giving and receiving. You see those two things, giving and receiving. One cannot be without the other. There always needs to be a balance, especially in money. If you take too much money away from other people, you will fall. If you give too much money to other people, or too much time, or whatever, take whatever. It doesn't have to be always about money, prosperity. It can be just, if you give too much of your time to people, you fall. If you take too much of time from people, you will also fall, because people will notice that and they will leave you, you know. This is what you learn in life. You learn in life, especially, and the red cards are all about earthly matters. This means this is real. This is not in your head that you learn to balance out your thoughts. This is, you learn to balance out your life. Like in a job situation, in your love life, in your marriage, whatever. You will have a balanced life. It says financial and material changes. So your life will be haunted by a lot of changes. You will constantly change and learn something new, especially in financial things. So because you need to achieve this balance, I think you will go through different stages in your life where you have where you have nothing, and the other day you have everything. Then you have nothing again, and then you have everything. To learn this balance, to learn to live with this balance, to learn that money doesn't matter really, you know. To learn it's all about a flow of energy that's constantly going through. And here, like Teangi, the hands are your most important sign. We have this in him too, you know. The hands is for giving and taking. This is what the hand stands for. And that's why our hands most probably are beautiful. See? But that's a sign, you know. All Teangi stands have beautiful hands. Yeah, and this is all about recognition and reward. See, again, you show yourself in the spotlight, you get reward. You don't show yourself in the spotlight, you know, you don't get rewarded. You help something, you do something for other people, you do something creative, you get recognition for it, you know. That's what I think you're doing. You will do some kind of job in your life, because this is what I think it's job related, that gets you a lot of recognition, you know. It's something about being creative, because the 3 is for me a very creative card. And again, you see this balance here. Your life has to be in balance all the time. If it is not balanced, you will fall from one change to another. And that's what Teangi learned, you know. He changed from, he had nothing at the beginning of his life. Nothing. Like in material. Let's take this. He also had a dream, but he couldn't reach it, you know. So we can say he had no recognition. He had no money. He had nothing. But then he began to give, you know. He began to show himself. He began to show his creativity, what he can do for this world. And then this change came. And now he has this material and spiritual prosperity. He balanced himself out. And this is what you need to do. This is exactly. It's all about the ascension. And you see this here? It's like walking. Look, oh my gosh, those are hands again. See, I told you, it's about giving and taking. It's about an equal balance of giving and taking in your life. That's why you are Taeyang Stan. You just need to look at his beautiful hands and you know why you love Taeyangi. So it's all about ascension. You see the 4 and the 3, that's a 7. And the 7 is related to him. So you see, you go into this beautiful light of this tree and you learn how to give and to take. And this is what you signed up for in this life. To learn a balance of giving and taking. Maybe you didn't do this in a past life, you know. And this is what you need to heal. That's why we have the divine physician here. Also in your heart space. Maybe you had a lot of relationships in the past that were not giving and taking. They were just taking your time, maybe. Just like fuckboys, you know. They take your time, they take your energy away. That's because you were an empath. You want to heal people too. You know, but you must also realize it's always a giving and taking. You can give so much of your energy to heal other people, but when they don't want to, you have to draw your energy back. And this is what most of us Taeyang stands need to learn, you know? Most of us that are connected to his soul, this is, we are the protective people, you know? We want to help people. Especially we want to help people better themselves. We want to heal them. Yeah? But we need to learn that there's always a giving and taking in this relationship. And that's why you are drawn so much to him, because he has managed this already in his young years. And I think he still has to learn more, of course. He has to learn more, maybe in his job life he has balanced that. But he needs to balance that out in his private life too, and we don't know anything about that. So maybe he's learning this in his private life now, you know, but that's what we all together, we learn. And isn't that beautiful? So I hope you liked that reading, and it gave you a little bit an insight what the universe wants to tell you, why you are drawn so much to Taeyangi, okay? So that's all what I have for my Taeyang army. Now let's move on. Bye guys. So hi everyone, this is pile 3. So if you chose this pile, let's see. Oh, let's see who your bias is. So we have Cook here. So you're connected to Jungkook's energy. So I first want to look at the cards and put them in the right order. Isn't this his song? Isn't it crazy? It's so crazy, guys. Very beautiful. So I want to talk about your soul task here, guys. You know, as I said before, we're all connected to the guys because we have a higher soul purpose, and I strongly believe that we and the boys, we meet in every lifetime to find each other and to help each other grow, you know. And the same as the boys grow with us, army, we grow with our boys. And each boy, like if it's your bias, you know, I had a reading about this already, that you are similar, you know, your bias and you share a lot of the same energy. We will see that here with Cookie's energy too. And that's why you're drawn to him, because the question I want to answer here in this tarot reading is, why am I drawn? You asked yourself this, you know, why am I drawn to Cook? Why is this bond so strong? Why do I feel this magnetic energy? And magnetic energy, if you don't know a person, like we don't know Jungkook, and of course it is the appeal of a star, of course, yes, but more strongly, those soul bonds, they change us. If you have only a star appeal, it won't change you. You know, you wouldn't become a better person in your life. You just would have a crush on a star. But in our case, in the boys' case, you see a lot of people changing. And you probably noticed this in yourself too. Like the moment you find the boys, you begin slowly to change your life. You begin slowly to change yourself, to become a better version of yourself. And if you're in young army, you might have not experienced this as much as older armies do, because we're more aware of that. And because if we find the boys later in life, the change is faster, you know, the change is faster than when you are a young army. Then you still have your whole life to work on that soul task, you know. So what we see here, this is my signifier. We have in Cook's energy, we have the angel of patience. And this is so beautiful. It's the number 3. And the 3 is the unity of body, mind, and soul. And strongly in Cook's case, we feel the body. I feel the body very strong. Cook's body, I mean, we don't have to talk about his body, you know. This beautiful person he is, with a body as strong as his, he's destined to do all these things with his body, and this might be the same for you. You must be, or you could be, a very action-oriented personality. You love that. You love action, you love learning new things. It doesn't have to be always with your body. It could be you are a dancer, of course. It could be you are a singer like him. It could be you are just like someone who loves to sit in front of a TV. But maybe you love to learn new things about countries or the language or whatever. Cook's energy is like constantly learning. And it is because I feel here you're waiting for the moment in your life where this moment you need to bring out everything what you've learned in life, okay? So there will be a moment in your life, and this could be in the middle of your life, this could be at the end of your life, we don't know. But you must have patience, and during this patient time, till your time comes. And the funny thing is that Cook is singing my time. And isn't it funny? The angel of time is here. The angel of patience. I mean, I shuffled the deck and this is what came out, And I do a reading and I want to do it tomorrow about when is your perfect timing. And I didn't know that this, that Cook had the angel of time. It's so beautiful. The angel of patience. So while you are waiting for that moment, patiently waiting, when he's always asking, when is my time? Because he knows there's some inner calling. You see this here? Ooh. There is this action inside of him and probably also inside of you. You have the strong feeling that there's an inner calling. There's a path you go, you feel you are drawn to a certain path in your life. And you have always felt that there's an inner calling for something in your life, and you keep wondering. If you're an older army, you keep wondering, when is this time coming? I thought I have something special in my life where, you feel this. You feel this in your heart, and that's what he's feeling too. It's this inner calling where he knows exactly his power is needed, and of course this was the time when he joined BTS. He already had this time, but I think also in Cook's life there will be a much more important timing that comes later in life. We will see that. We might notice that, where all what he learned now is needed for him to bring into action. Okay? And he's feeling that. So that's why he has this inner calling. He's feeling that. That's why he's asking, when is my time? Because in all this patience, he's learning all those skills. And Cook is constantly trying to begin new things and new things and new things. It's because he has to be patient. And he has to learn a lot of things for this perfect timing. And that's what happens to you probably too. You are in this, you have a knowledge of an inner calling. And you can't maybe asking yourself, well, when is this happening? I'm sitting around here. I'm learning this. I'm doing this. When is this time? You're waiting for your action. When is my person coming? You have this calling, and you probably laugh when you're BigHit and I talking like this. You probably laugh because you thought about this, You probably asked yourself, when I want to have the action. Well, when is this happening, Nothing is happening. I'm waiting around here. And the angels of patience are saying your desires, they unfold in divine timing, not when you want it, This is the angel of time. The universe decides. You're bound also to the universe clock, And all your desires will manifest. You are a big manifester, And you probably are not very patient, And Cook is not too. Cook is not at all. That's what you guys need to learn, But he's gotten better in that, And it is important for you to remember that being patient is part of your journey in life, And you probably are a person, you're very action-oriented. You want, when you do something or when you start something, you want to see the results instantly. That's how he is, You're very action oriented. This is what one of your biggest characteristic, one of your beautiful gifts. It says you have the courage to express the unique loving colors of your soul. You know, you want to express yourself. You feel this inner calling. You say, I want to do this. When is my time? And it's so funny that Cook has this song about this. This is like exactly what is this here, you know? This is so crazy. And, you know, don't be impatient with your life. Don't do this. And it says, look at this. Move your body. Thank you, angels, for motivating me to move my body and energy. The angels want that you constantly learn new things. You constantly change your energies. You must learn until the timing comes. You must learn and experience a lot of things in life. A lot of things, you know. That's why the sacrifice card is here. It's like constantly you're in the muds. Probably like you experience a lot of sacrifices you have to do in life, you know. And always there's a rainbow shining. There's always a rainbow shining on your light where you find the action to draw yourself back out of the mud. You know, look at how this color the rainbow. This is the rainbow colors. The action draws you out of the mud. The action by doing things you learned in life will later get you out of this, will later ascend you, you know. Whenever your timing comes, you will get out of this. You will get ascended because of all the things you learned through action in your life. This is very beautiful. And, you know, that's why, you know, you need, at the beginning, you need a firm foundation. This is all about stability, the masculine energy. You're very masculine and very action-oriented person. Even if you're a woman, you're very masculine. You really want to do something. You might have your own business. You might love rock climbing, you know. You love also the things Cook loves, you know, the different action sport activities, you know, extreme sports. You love everything that has to do with the body. And look at this body. You might have a very beautiful body too, you know. So you built this strong foundation at the beginning of your life. You're learning all the things, you know. You're very action orientated. You're very in your masculine energy. And look how it changes into feminine energy, into receiving energies from the universe. So when the time is shining this light on you, you will ascend. You will get a whole new perspective, because this is also the Hanged card. This is getting a new perspective, becoming spiritual, becoming extremely spiritual, and using your gifts to shine a rainbow to you and to other people. Whatever this is, where your timing is called, you will shine the rainbow, okay? And during the time, you have to be patient, and you have to constantly grow and plan. You see here the gold, the door, this is opening with time. This is where the divine timing comes and shines your light, you know? And this is where you have to be patient and you plan. And you learn things and you done things, and you learn new things and you done other things, you know. That's how exactly like Cook's energy is, exactly. And this is, you need to be in a constantly moving state of your body energy, constantly learning, constantly growing until your divine timing is coming into your life. And I think it's very beautiful because we see exactly Cook's energy here. And I think after this reading, I'm going to listen to his song again with When Is My Time. And tomorrow I will do the reading about this. This is so beautiful, you know. I can't believe it that this is actually Cook's energy. And when Cook is your bias, you have similar energy, or you're very drawn to those energies. But I think in your younger years, you are more this masculine energy, this constantly doing. And in the end of your life, you've done everything you could in life, you know, and then you receive. Your divine timing is coming, you receive, and everything what you learn is needed then, maybe for your soul task, you know. We don't know this. This is like, takes a while, you know, and even Cookie is not there yet. He still has to learn too. So I think it's very beautiful, very, very beautiful. So I want to wrap up this reading here because it's very clear, right? What's going on here, and I think it's very, very beautiful, and I hope you like my reading. Please comment, okay, and we move on now. Bye guys, love you. Hi guys. So if you chose pile 4, you are hobby biased army. So you embody hobby's energy. You are drawn to hobby. If you're not hobby biased, you're drawn to another member and you don't think this is your pile when I read it, then just go to your bias, you know. Then just go and look where your bias is and maybe listen to that, you know. Because I think it's very important, because I think this reading is for everyone who's similar to their bias, you know. Okay, first I want to look at the cards. We have the Angel of Strength. I want to put the cards in the right order and then we can read everything, okay? Very beautiful. This is so hobby. Okay, so first we have this card. So if you chose hobby, I just want to say something, you know, to those soul bonds we have with the boys before I started to read it. As I said in every pile, I said this now, is that I truly think that we all have those soul connection with our boys. Some of you have a stronger bond, some of you just have a bond that you get activated by the boys, you know, your soul gets activated. So it doesn't matter what your soul bond with the boys is. And I want to ask the question or answer the question in that reading, why are you so drawn to that person, you know? Why are you so drawn to hobby's energy? What is it that you feel so much empowered, you know? Why is it hobby and not cork, okay? Whew. And that's I want to ask here, you know, I want to answer with this reading. So let's look at hobby's energy. We have the Angel of Strength here. And this is how I see also hobby, you know. You have to climb up mountains in life. And hobby is that Angel of Strength. Like he can climb any mountain. You know, he has a very strong mindset. And Hobie is also has, of course, he's the best dancer, you know, he has one of the strongest bodies. But I also see Hobie as very strong-minded. We don't even see this a lot. But I see Hobie as the one, because he is the sunshine, he wants to give hope, you know. If you want to say this to people, you must be so strong in yourself, you know, to always say, I'm your hope, I'm your sunshine. I want to give back, you know. I want to lend you a hand. You must be so strong in yourself and so stable in yourself. That's why the number 4 is also here. Very very calm in yourself, very much knowing what you want in life. Okay? And I see Hobie's energy totally like this. And this is how your energy probably is. Because you feel that for people too. You are like Hobie. You give a hand to other people. You probably don't know why, but you always say, well, if you need help, I can help you. Maybe you cheer up people by just being yourself, you know. Maybe you don't even know why you do that, but you cheer up people's life. You're someone who's very confident in your vibes. You trust your vibes. You trust yourself. You know, that's like Hobie's energy. And I think that's why I said I did a reading on this. We're always very much alike our biases, you know. That's why you're drawn to him, because you have a similar soul task like him. And his energy is to be that permanent factor also for the boys, to cheer them up, because he can rest his energy in himself. He doesn't need other people to cheer him up. That's also a big quality of an Aquarius. Like he can just sit there and be himself and still shine out power, shine out help, shine out strength. Okay? And then it's saying, I trust your vibes. Thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. It's like mind strong. Hobie is also a very mind strong personality. And that's what you are too. You know exactly what you want, you know. Probably at the beginning of your life, you have a lot of choices. You see this here, movement, choices, decisions. Maybe you are right now in that stage of your life. I don't know how old you are, but at the beginning of your life, you have a lot of choices. Like the universe will throw you up with choices, you know. They will throw choices at you. They will throw relationships at you, things you can learn. Like you don't know even what you should do first. That may be your energy now, that you cannot really balance that out, because when you are young army, you have like this and this and this and this, and you don't know what to do first. That's what I'm seeing here. At the beginning of your life, you get a lot of movement, always moving, because you need to learn that stableness, that strength. And you can only learn that by getting a lot of choices and making those choices, because then you know exactly what you want, right? Only by the universe giving you choices. And by making the right choices and then knowing, okay, I could trust myself. You know, so you must apply and look where in the stages of your life you are. But the universe will throw at the beginning of your life a lot of choices. And I think that's what Hobie is experiencing right now, because he is in that stage here. I think he's already in that stage, in the growth, the fertility stage. This is like being, I think Hobie is here, being this this is the Empress energy. Like resting in himself, knowing exactly what he wants, being a center for other people. Like other people can come to you, you're the center. Your growth, your abundance. You're just abundance for people. They come to you. You give them good advice. You help them. You are this idol they look up to. Because your heart chakra, see, your heart chakra is open. You help people. You cheer them up. This is where Hobie is. So, but he has learned also through that a lot of choices, a lot of movement until now, a lot of decisions he had to make. And because of that, he knows exactly how he can trust himself. And that's why he's resting in himself now. And that's what you learn. You're similar to him, you know. That's why you're drawn to him. That's why you have the soul task with him, you know. So what I think is, in the middle of your life, you be this advisor here, this empress, this woman who has like all the qualities. You could be an extremely good mother, you know, a teacher, someone who teaches people balance. That's what Hobie does with his movement, you know, with his body, with his teaching others how to dance also, you know. And your life purpose is all about finding the harmony. You see this here? Again, shining the light from your heart. Here. Shining the light from your heart, knowing you are always protected, knowing you can trust your vibes, and knowing that whatever you do, it will be the right choice. Because you're totally standing in your own power. This is your life purpose, and you need to learn that. And that's why the universe throws stuff at you at the beginning of your life. You probably had have to do a lot of choices before you can trust your vibes, you know. But you learn to get a very strong willpower, and that's one of the characteristics you embody, that you have special, like Hobie. You are able to compromise if the end result is love. You see this? Compromise. Being in this fertile empress energy. That's not a masculine energy, to compromise if the end result is love. This is a feminine, divine feminine energy that you are in. And that's very beautiful. But you will come into this energy. And Hobie, I think, is already there, you know. So in the middle of your life, you will shine this light as this beautiful feminine energy. That's where he is. And here we have the end, you know. And we have one of the most beautiful cards in the tarot. That's the truth. The truth is like seeing the world, you know. Being in your masculine energy. Being this wise leader. Because you know the truth. You've been through a lot. You've been an empress. You know the truth, and you can teach the world, you know. You can teach the world what the truth is. You know the truth. So what I see here is, why are you so drawn to Hobie? Because this is everything what you are learning in your life too. Trusting your vibes especially. And we don't know what your soul task will be. If it's just being a mother, you can just be a mother and show your children that the truth is that we are all connected to the boys, you know. Show your children to always tell the truth, to see the world with their own eyes, to be okay trusting their own vibes, to be okay being different, to always show strength that they can climb any mountain. If it's just being a mother, that's enough, you know. But you will have a soul task that involves all this and a lot of willpower. A lot of willpower and trusting your own vibes, you know. So it's very, very beautiful, I think. I really love this reading. It gives me also an insight on what other people on their soul journey, you know, what their soul journey is like. It's different for all the boys. It's very different. And I really love that. So, Army, I will leave it here. I think it's very clear what your soul task with Hobie is. So I hope this resonated. I hope you had fun. I hope you liked that reading. You can tell me in the comments. And I say bye for now. Okay, guys? Very beautiful, right? Bye, I love you. So, hi, everyone. So, if you chose this pile 5, your bias is Junie and you're drawn to Junie. If your bias is not Junie and you want to go to another pile, please do that. Otherwise, you can figure out why you're drawn to Junie. Maybe you have a soul task like Junie, you know, we will see. So first I want to look at the cards. We have the Angel of Knowledge. Yeah, that's so Junie, right? So, okay, guys. So let's look at the cards and then I will explain everything. So, if we look at Junie's card, it's number 5. So that's all about change, you know. And if you look here, that's almost like you see how the ideas come to her. So you are Junie biased Army because the Angel of Knowledge wants to come to you in this lifetime. And I just want to say, as I also said it in the other piles, is that, you know, we all have a soul connection with our boys. We are Army and we find the boys in this life to continue our soul tasks that we signed up for each other, you know. And it's like the boys grow with us as Army and we grow with the boys, you know. And that's why you might have wondered why you're so drawn to Junie. What is your soul task with him, you know? Why is it Junie that you're drawn to and not Cookie or not Yoongi, you know? Of course we're all OT7, you know. Well, of course we love all 7, but we have an ultimate bias like most of us, and so why is it like this, you know? What kind of soul task do we have? And it's also that I found out that our should we say, we are very much similar to our bias, you know? We have a lot of traits that are similar. And so we have a similar soul task. And I also did reading on that, so please check that out. What kind of on what kind of soul journey you are with the boys. You can look that up. It's on my playlists. So if you're Junie biased Army, you have drawn this card because you signed up in this life, for some kind of school, some kind of knowledge you're getting from the angel of knowledge. It helps you to study, to focus on knowledge that is required to pass the exams, So maybe you are an army that still goes to school. Maybe you're an army that still goes to college, But maybe you're also an older army, like me, who went to college and who who gained a lot of knowledge in their life, So this life is all about gaining knowledge for you. It's all about knowing. It's all about the awareness, in whatever kind of field, but it's about learning. It's about studying. It's about learning, It's that you get to know that you have all the abilities and all the knowledge to achieve any goal you want. Sometimes we're a little bit confused and we don't know if we can achieve some goals, and especially the people who are very intelligent, I'm not saying that other armies are stupid or something like that, but especially people who are very intelligent, they always ask or question themselves, That's very interesting. Why is it like this? Why do intelligent people like that? Why do we question us a lot, And it's also about sharing knowledge in this life, I think, for you. Okay? So here we have also the angel of gratitude. So count your blessings. It says, thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. So it's about being grateful also for that knowledge, being happy that you got the knowledge and that it's okay to know that much, You might be an army that that was mobbed very much in school when you were younger. Maybe if you're an older army, that you experienced a lot of mobbing in school because you knew a lot. It's been always like this in your life, Maybe you have a very high IQ like Junie does, And here we have also the card of higher thought. You see this? It's about climbing up the stairs, especially in your mind, of having this awareness. And if we look at tarot, I put the order from the numbers. You see here number 1, 3, and 8. That's like a journey for me in your life. And the most important thing is for you, look at this, to become aware. This is the Magician card. It means become aware of your own power, aware of your own knowledge. And that every knowledge, every thought you send out, it is important for you to have, look at this, to have a higher thought, to think good thoughts. It's like you can manifest very easy. It's when you think maybe you want to become a star, then, you have the knowledge how to do that. The angel of knowledge comes to you. So you embody this knowledge, but sometimes it's hard for you. You must learn in the beginning of your life, if you see this, like maybe until your 30s, you're learning how to use your thought in a positive process, I also see this card as very dark. So I think in your teenage years, you experienced a lot of darkness. And that's why you learned how to use positive thoughts, That's why you had to go through a lot of darkness. Because look at how this card differs from the other cards. They are happy and joyful. But here in your youth, you experience a lot of darkness. And I bet with Junie, it's the same. I think he experienced, before he became BTS, he experienced a lot of... and even in the beginning years of BTS, he experienced a lot of hardships. And that's what you did too at the beginning of your life, in your youth. I mean, you can still be in that period. You must look in what kind of stage you are in army, because this is a general reading and we are so many army in different ages. So you must look, but I think until 30 years, you get the knowledge, you get the awareness. The universe is schooling you through hardships, how to use higher thoughts, how to express positivity through knowledge, okay? Because that's what you need to do in this life. We have here the card for partnership and alliances, number 3. That's always the teamwork card. You will realize at the beginning, when you learn this, when you learn how to use your knowledge, you will see For you, it's always important to have partnerships and alliances in your life. You will reach your goals easier, okay? So if you're Junie biased army, you could be part of a team, you could be part of, like a project. You love doing projects with people together. It's like you realize when you're alone, it's like you're having always those dark thoughts, those hardship thoughts. But when you're with your team, and that's I know because I know how Junie thinks in a bit way. I know he when he's alone, he has a hard time too because he constantly is questioning himself. But if he is with his team, then it's okay. He can express higher thoughts. That's why he writes this beautiful lyrics, this beautiful music. And this is what you realize. This is what you share with Junie. You can express yourself clearly and be more grateful, and maybe you can write music. Maybe you're a writer too, like Junie. You see how this person is writing with a feather. Maybe you can reach those expressions from your knowledge better when you're with a team, okay? And it's all about for you to sail on your journey, to sail in clear waters, to sail on your journey, positive movement forward. It's all about, look at this, being on your soul journey and expressing the sun, expressing higher thoughts. This is your soul journey. And that's what Junie is doing, but he can reach it more when he's with his team. And you have the similar task like him. You need on your journey, you should express these higher thoughts, these beautiful thoughts, these positive thoughts, these happy thoughts, okay? To help inspire other people, like Junie inspires us army. Because one of the most beautiful characteristics you have is the art of expression. And however you do that, it says you are ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love. You see this? And I think that's why you have to go through a lot of hardships in the beginning of this on your soul journey. But after you've gone through this, and when you realize, with a partnership, I can reach more. I can be more productive. I can express all this joyful, happy lyrics, then you're very grateful at the end, This is what you are. You can work better when you are with a team. And all your life is about expressing your knowledge. It's expressing your knowledge about everything in life, And I don't mean you need to write positive things, I mean, Junie is also writing dull lyrics that help us army a lot, but this comes through this stage he went through when he's alone. And this is also needed. It's like this joyful times when you're with your teams, and this unhappy times or like very thought days when you are alone, Okay, army? It's very beautiful, isn't it? So I want to leave it here because I think it's very beautiful and I want to move on. Bye guys, love you. So hi guys, if you picked this pile, we want to look. So you picked Jungi. So Jungi might be your bias, or you felt very drawn to Jungi's energy. If Jungi is not your bias and you want to check out the other piles, please do that, or please watch that reading and check it out later. But this is Jungi's pile. So I want to first look at the cards. We have the Angel of Release. Beautiful colors, right? Beautiful, beautiful colors. We have the Angel of Never Alone. Wow. We have the card of Spiritual Gifts, Archangel Raziel, Evolution, and the Tarot. So let's have a look at this spiritual journey you're on. So I just want to say something to spiritual journeys with the boys. As I said in all the other piles, so if you have watched my other piles, you know that already. I talked about that we all have a soul bond with our boys, in one way or the other way. It could be as simple that you meet BTS by just so that just your soul purpose is getting activated, and you know but it could also have a deeper meaning. Of course, we could also have deeper soul bond. That depends. But I feel very strongly that each of ARMY has a soul bond, and because we're the similar as the boys, because we're so similar as our biases, and I have a reading about that, please check that out. It's on my playlist. And because we're similar to our bias, we almost have similar soul tasks, and I want to talk in this part, I want to talk about Yoongi's journey and about your journey in life, What we have here is the angel of release. And what I feel here very strongly is that your life purpose is to become happy. You undergo a lot of hardships in your life. And the main thing is to release that. That's your soul journey. And that's why I think when we look here in your younger years, you experience, a lot of you going inside of yourself because you're in the woods. You see, this person is in the woods. It's like a forest. It's like you're lost. I feel like this person is lost and tries to look inside for them to find a way. And for me, this has an order here. So this is in the first, 20 years of your life, maybe. So in school, or, you must look, ARMY, how old you are and what stage you are in. But the main reason is when you are young, you experience a lot of hardships. You might experience depression. You might experience like a hermit mode. That means you're not really wanting to be together with other people. You love being alone. You love staying at home and resting. And also you need a lot of rest to rejuvenate. It's like when you're coming home from a hard day, maybe in school or when you're in college, you kind of feel lost in between all those people. And you really feel happy to come home. So it's like you always need a place of what you call your home, where you can come back and where you can rest and rejuvenate. That's very important. You could be a water sign because I see here a blue card. So like Yoongi, a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, but it doesn't have to be, You feel a lot of times alone in your life. A lot of times. Because I also see that card here. This is one of your soul tasks you have to learn in this life. That no matter what, no matter how thick the forest is, no matter whatever happens in your life, and you are alone, you are never alone, okay? This is one of the soul tasks you have to learn. There are always angels with you. You are very highly protected. I also feel that Yoongi's soul is watching over you. I haven't said this in the other piles because I haven't felt it. But here I feel that Yoongi's soul is with you. He's holding you, okay? So basically it's saying, even though, and you see how this blue card is reflecting this blue in this card. So in the beginning of your life, when you go on the soul journey, the universe puts you in situations where you feel oftentimes alone. You feel alone, and you feel like you have this gift. Look at her hands. She has something in her hands, and here this is the gift. You have some spiritual gifts. It says, thank you, Raziel, for helping me channel my gifts and talents. You have some kind of talents no one else has, only you. But that makes you different from other people, And that makes you also like feeling like you're not fitting in, okay? And this could put you in the beginning of your life, like in the first 20, 25 years, this could put you in this hermit position where you feel like an outsider a lot. Okay, and Yoongi experienced this. You could experience depression. I mean, that's exactly like, because we're so similar to our biases, that's what we have to learn, And by releasing that, because you have the angel of release, this is the main thing you need to learn. Look how bright this card is, and at the end of your soul journey, look at how pink and purple this is. in contrast to your beginning. You see this? So what you need to learn in your life, what you signed up for in this life, what you signed up for with Jungi, is the angel of release is with you. That means releasing all stress, releasing all being alone, releasing all the fear you have of not fitting in, releasing all when people tell you, well, you're different, or your gift is not worth it, whatever you have different, or whatever you can do, you cannot make money with your gift, or whatever it is. Like Jungi said, he didn't think he could make money with his gift, what he had, but now he is. He overcame this. He released that. He really released that, and that's why victory and success came into his life. You see this? That's like the trumpet. And when you release all that fear of being different, it's like more of a mental problem you have. This is not something you have what's holding you back in expressing your gift, I think because of the blue, there's a lot of blue here. It's more like a mental prison. It's more like a mental prison you have to release in your life, And I think you're doing that between the ages of 25 and 40. I think in this time when you really become yourself, you meet the right people that help you. It's like in the middle of your life, you finally gain this victory and this success. Jungi gained it also already, okay? So it's also when you tune into spirit. Look at this purple border. Purple is spirit. So it's when you finally, look how different, look how similar the colors are. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's totally similar. The red and the yellow stands for me for passion. That's the horn he's blowing. It's a passionate horn. So when you express your spiritual gifts, when you accept them, and when you don't care anymore what other people say and you express them, that's when you find victory and all this mental person falls away, And then your destiny takes place, This is your destiny. So I think your destiny, look at how she holds her heart. Your destiny is to give from your heart. You see this shining? Here, it shines from his heart. This is your gift. This is the thing you can do. Like Jungi can write music, He can produce music. He can write music. That's his gift. And even if no one believed him before, now you see he believed in himself and he got rid of this mental prison. And that's, I think, what also your soul journey is. To find your own destiny within the gift you're giving, within the gift you're having. Sometimes, at the beginning of your life, Army, if you are 20 years old and you're in the stage in the woods, you're lost, you might not even know that you have a gift, okay? This could come from spirit. This could come later in life. Like for me, for example, for myself, I, see like that candle burn just right now. Wow, that's so cool. That's a sign, guys. Like I wanted to say that, for me, I didn't know that I have this gift of like reading cards and being spiritual. I didn't know this. This came into my life when I was 40 years old, This didn't come before. I was not spiritual at all. I am still a tutor, a teacher who teaches children mathematics. I'm very, not a Delulu person, I never believed in anything like destiny before. And then suddenly my soul journey began and I was thrown like into this new world, and I like suddenly into 3 or 4 months my whole life changed, and I began reading tarot. I learned that, and that's been going on now for 3 years. And like 3 months ago I decided to open up this channel, and I never thought I would do that, guys. Like 3 years ago, if you would have told me I would sit here and read tarot with the boys for you, like I would have thought you're crazy. I didn't even know the boys in 2017. Beginning of 2017, I know that there was a boy group, but I didn't stand them, And then suddenly this all popped up in my life, and it's like, bam, And this could happen to you too in this life, Like, bam, and there your gift is. Because look at how how this green and yellow is here. This is from the heart. This is the heart. The green is the heart chakra. So what your best characteristic is evolution. That means you realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. So look at how the screen also reflects the woods. The woods is an obstacle here for this person. So it's like you realize that all these obstacles are merely obstacles on your way to your soul purpose, to your destiny. And one of the things you have to overcome is that feeling of never feeling alone, and that feeling of being in a depression because you're not, you're not. Look at this, Jungi even wears a green shirt here in this picture. Isn't it funny? It's like it's like reflecting the evolution, So I think it's very, very beautiful what we have here. And I think your destiny is to discover that spiritual gift inside of yourself and to share it with the world, and to not care if you feel lost at the beginning, or in your youth. You need to release that. That's your big soul task. And feel let this beautiful pink energy in your life, Isn't that beautiful? I really love that reading. So that's why I want to leave it here, guys, Take care, I love you, and we move on to our last pile. Bye! So hi guys, this is the last pile. So if you chose Jin, then Jin is your soulmate. You have a strong soul connection with Jin. My candle burned out during the last, during Jungi's reading, and I didn't feel called to light it up again, so we just leave it here, and just in case you're wondering. So I want to look at the pictures, and then I want to say something. We have the Angel of Divine Timing. Isn't that beautiful? Wow, that's so beautiful. We have oh my gosh, that's like exactly the same. Do you see the picture? The higher consciousness. She's also opening up her arms. We have connect with music. Wow. We have spontaneity. And we have the tarot. So let me tune in the energies, and I want to say something to to those spiritual journeys we have with the boys, As I said before, you guys, I strongly believe that we have a strong soul connection with the boys. So each one of you has a soul connection with your bias in whatever form this could be, It just could be like this simple that you meet BTS just to activate on your soul journey, This could really be. But I really feel that, we meet the boys not by accident. And I also did a reading about this, so check that out. That's on my playlist. And, yeah. What I also think is, because we're so similar to our biases, we love OT7, but we choose a bias usually because we're similar to when we share the same soul task, we have the same learning experience, or we should learn the same. So if you have ever felt or ever asked yourself, why Jin? Why not Jungi? Why not Hobie? Why am I drawn to Jin so much? That's your answer here, and we will look at this, So first of all, we have the Angel of Divine Timing, number 32. This is all about change in life. It says timing is everything, The universe is working behind the scenes to align the steps needed to allow your desires to become reality. So in life, you must know there's everything about divine timing. It's like to give over to the universe. You see how she opens her arms and give herself free? It's about letting go of control issues. It's like You know, when we want something in life, and usually Jin is a Sagittarius, and I don't know about you, but you could be a Sag too. Sages are very powerful fire personalities, you know. You really want to make your stuff happen, whatever you want to, whatever you want to, how I say that, whatever you want to accomplish in life, you want to make come true. Whatever you want to find in life, you're really trying to go for that. That's Sag energy. But, you know, some things in life, they just happen because it is like this to happen. And your soul journey, your soul task is to give yourself over to spirit and just say, okay, I'm here, I'm this being, but whatever happens, happens, and I'm fine with that, you know? So it's like, you know, everything in the society today is always in a hurry, and we're always trying to find our way really fast, you know? And it's oftentimes very hard to be patient. And I think that's why this discontent in your life comes, you know, because that's what I see here. You know, there's always an order for me. It's like you are a fire personality and you're like this fool energy. The 0 is the fool in tarot. It means, look how this woman is walking the world. You feel, you love to travel, you know, that's what you have similar to Jin. You love to travel. You love to make things happen. It's like you're walking the earth and you're thinking, maybe also on the internet, you're like Jin, very much on the internet. You look everywhere. You might be a gamer, you know, and you think, oh my gosh, that's nice. I want to do that. I want to have that. You see things that you want to make happen. And then you're ready for this new beginning, you know. I also see this in the change, in the 3 and the 2 card. It's like you're really much open for change. Sages are generally too, you know. So you're very open. And I think in your younger years, between the ages, like from 0 to 30 years old, you're very much walking constantly into new beginnings. Like you're experiencing a lot of new beginnings. You're experiencing a lot of stuff, you know, and you're ready for that. It's like you want to leave the door behind. You close a chapter, you start a new one. And you're very eager to start every new chapter with full of passion. And you want to really accomplish that, you know. But then you realize, oh my gosh, you know, not everything can be done in a very short time. And you're a very spontaneous person and you want to, you know, you go into these new beginnings very easy. But then you realize, oh my gosh, it takes like for forever, you know. And then this discontent and boredom happens. It's like when, you know, when there's divine timing, when you cannot make it happen that fast. And that's where you need to learn that there is divine timing for everything. And I think you learn that in between the ages of 30 till 40. So if you are young army, you must look, we are so many army and we are so, have different ages. You must look on which stage you are. It could be like you are on the stage that you love new beginnings, you're experiencing new beginnings, you're hopping from one adventure into the other, you know, like Ginny. And sometimes you realize, oh my gosh, it's not happening and as fast as I want. And then you might jump to the next adventure. So in your younger years, I don't think you experience this discontent and boredom very much. Because you're young and inexperienced, you know, and when you're young in your 20s, you don't care if something doesn't happen, you know. You just go to the next thing. Maybe, like, let's take an example. If you... what can I do? Like if you meet someone and you really think that's the one, but you finally realize, well, it's not working out, or that person takes too long of a time for doing a commitment. You might be even a person that's not really into commitments, that jumps into new beginnings, like with many people. Then, you know, you go from one to the other and you're saying, well, if one person doesn't want, I go to the other person. And you don't experience this discontent and boredom. I think this is more in the middle of your journey, of your soul journey, where you see how this guy has been on a long journey in his life, where you realize it's something about stability. And you really want to reach stability into your life, because before, and that's where Jin is on this stage, you know, before you're like traveling the world, you're doing so much new things, you're constantly on the lookout, you're getting so much input. It can be like with work, with relationships, and you're happy to experience all these new beginnings. But then comes a time where you want stability. And because you have this crazy job, like Jin has maybe, you know, where you travel all the time and he's constantly has to be ready for new beginnings. But then comes a time in your life where you don't want this anymore, you know, where you become discontent and bored because this is the life you have always lived. It's like from one adventure to another, and you're like bored of that even. You know, some people, they have a boring life all their life and they wish to experience this change constantly, but it's exactly the other way around. You experience this change all the time until you're 30, and then you're so bored and discontent that you say, I want to experience stability, you know? And then the universe is stepping in and saying, well, you know, sometimes it's all divine timing. There's a plan for everything, and that's what you need to learn. That you give yourself over to patience and also to higher consciousness, you know. There's a reason behind that, what's happening, you know. You must know that there's a reason behind why you're experiencing and why you signed up in this life at the beginning of your life to always experience adventure and then feel bored of that. You know, that there's a reason for that. And the reason is, you know, for you to stand your ground and to tell what you really want, to also see what you really want, you know, because if you constantly move from one journey to the other and, you know, you don't really see what is it that I really want, because you're getting pumped up with so many new things in your life. And, you know, it's your soul journey to realize, what is it I want in this life? What is it? And I think this happens when you get to this boredom and discontent stage in life, and where you have to learn that patience is, you know, you have to harmonize a lot with patience. You have to wait for the divine timing. And that's where you realize in this stage of discontent and boredom, because you want stability. You want a peaceful, quiet life and not this adventurous life anymore. That's where you realize, yeah, what do I want? Do I want this life, or do I want a quiet life, you know? And what is important for you is to connect with music. I think music makes you peaceful. Music makes you being patient. It says, thank you, angels, for inspiring me through music. And I think especially that's your connection with Jin. So you might be a musician too. This really could be that you are a musician. You almost live the same life as Jin, you know, being famous, running around the world, you know. Or it could be that you just, through music, you will find this peacefulness, that you don't feel impatient, you know, bored when something comes to a halt later in life. You know, there will come a time where this happens in your life, where you cannot run around like crazy, and where you have to stand your ground and you have to find out what you really want in life and what is it that makes you excited, you know. And that's when music will help you in this life a lot, you know. And one of the most, or the best characteristics you have is you're very spontaneous. It says, you move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situation. That's your characteristic. You can do that. But because you're doing that when you're very young, there needs to come a time where this stage happens. When you need to find out, what is it that makes me happy? You connect with the universe. See how this connection here? You connect through music, I bet, with the universe, and then you get designs. What is it that I want? And then you know, okay, what I want, what I signed up for is coming in my life, and it's okay. I don't need to push so hard. I don't need to push very hard. And this peaceful life then comes into your life, you know, where you realize it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what is in your life. It's the most important thing is that you can stand your ground and that you are happy with what you want. and that you know what you want, okay? So it's very beautiful. I really love that reading. It's so much like Jin. You see how you're similar to your bias always? It's so similar. Like all the piles are so similar, guys. And that's why I really love this reading, you know, because it really shows, why did BTS find me? Why is it that I signed up this journey with the boys? Why is it different than standing any other group? Because you have a soul journey. And this soul journey is different, is similar to Jin's, you know. So I want to leave it here, guys. That was the last reading. So I wish you a nice evening, guys. Bye.